What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. And today we are talking about LUTs. So for the people who are not familiar with what a LUT is is basically a file that somebody's already made with color information, and if you apply that to your footage, it will look a certain way. This can make your footage look anything from colorful to desaturated and moody, or give you the classic orange and teal look. But of course, there are a lot more ways that LUTs can change the look of your footage. But just throwing a LUT on your footage doesn't make it look cinematic. I made a video about this topic, link is in the description for that. And while we're on the topic of self-promotion, I actually made a LUT pack myself. It features 11 of my best LUTs and is now on sale for $10. So link is in the description for that. But for the people who are not willing to spend $10 on LUTs, I actually made a pack with 3 high quality LUTs totally for free. Stick around till the end of the video where I give you a coupon that gives you 100% off. And for the people who are interested in a $10 LUT pack, here's a little preview.
Make money, take money, earn, crack money, drug money, bail money. Heard they got life for me, how they got life for me when they took that from me. Since I had my nose fully, yeah.
House full of kilos, soul pounds of zeros. Cocaine my hero, you ain't fake side getting Debo. Always asking what to learn like. Young home still freeload. Don't fly around my signal. I'll rearrange your window. Don't fly around my signal. Don't fly around my signal. Don't fly around my signal. I'll rearrange your window. Could be my house, you look like disciple. Heard that I'm liable. You get the eyeball, aim out the eyeball. I'm getting violent.
And I actually really need a haircut, so let me just... Well, I hope that's better. I guess so. And I always got this weird thing that nobody noticed when I got a new haircut. And for other people, it's like they remove one strand of hair and everybody's like, oh, you got a new haircut. And for me, I like shave my head and nobody's like, oh, you got a new haircut. So maybe because my hair grows so fast or because I don't have any friends. But we're getting off topic. I am gonna jump in from Photoshop and I'm gonna show you how to make your own LUT. So let's go. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when making your LUT is to import some footage into Premiere. I'm gonna drag this clip inside of my timeline and I'm gonna choose the right spot. And then I'm gonna make a screenshot, and there's a little button right over here. Click that button and give it a name. I'm gonna call it Mountain. And then you want to browse, and I'm just gonna save it in my screenshots folder. Hit OK, and then you want to drag that inside of Photoshop. So now it's in Photoshop, and make sure your layer is a background layer, because if it's not, you can't save it as a LUT. If for whatever reason your picture is not a background layer, click on your picture, then go to Layer, New, Background from Layer. Click that, and then you're good to go. And then you can start making your changes. So the first thing I always do is add brightness and contrast. Make sure it's an adjustment layer, and don't edit the picture directly like this. So just make sure it's an adjustment layer. You can only use these things right here to make it a LUT. So I always add a bit of contrast, make the picture less bright, and then I'm gonna go inside of my hue and saturation, maybe add a bit of saturation, go to the blues, increase that saturation. Then I'm gonna go to my curves adjustments, gonna drag this down a little bit, maybe do this like this, and pull this up for a more vintage-like effect. You can see that right here, but not too extreme, of course. I'm just gonna stop it right here. So because I want to make this picture look cold, I'm just gonna add my color balance and make the midtones look a bit cold. So I'm gonna add some cyan, maybe just a little bit of green, maybe like +4, +6, that's alright. And then I'm gonna go inside of my highlights. I want to make those highlights look cold, so a bit of cyan and maybe a bit of blue. And I'm not gonna add any green or magenta. And then the shadows, I want to make the shadows look a bit green, so a little bit of green, maybe a little bit of blue. So after these adjustments, I'm gonna just look at the before and after. This is the before, this is the after. It looks alright. I'm just gonna add some more vibrance, I guess. Maybe a little bit more saturation. Maybe decrease this a little bit because it's too much. And I'm gonna go in my curves adjustments again. Going to blue. I'm just gonna pull this up and maybe pull this up a little bit more. Pull this down a little bit more. For my highlights, I'm just gonna make it also a bit cold, but I'm not gonna change it too much. These mid-tones need to be more blue. So making a LUT for this kind of shot is kind of hard because there's not a lot of color and there's not a lot of contrast in this picture, but that's gonna look great for shots like these, like snowy mountains and cold kind of shots. So that's gonna work great for shots like these. So I'm gonna of course not use this LUT for warm and sunny shots. I'm gonna add another curves adjustment to make it more contrasty. Up this, but not too much. Maybe do this like this to make it kind of more dramatic looking. And always up this for that vintagey look, but I don't want to overdo it. Go inside of my greens and maybe pull this up, and then I'm gonna up this for my shadows. Take out the reds, and something like this looks good for this picture. So here's before the curves adjustment, and here's after. So that's a major difference. So I think this changes a little bit much for my taste, so I'm just gonna up this a little bit, make the contrast less contrasty. Maybe something like this. Here's the before, here's the after, and this looks great. And now I'm gonna save this as a LUT. But before you save this as a LUT, make sure you test it on other pictures. So I'm gonna add in nay. Oh! So, holy okay, so before you save this as a LUT, you want to test it on other pictures. So I'm now going to import some cold looking clips, something like this other snowy clip. Add that in, and then drag it all the way under all these adjustment layers, and look at this. This looks very good. Maybe this cold looking misty picture. Drag that all the way down, and also this looks great. I really like the vintage feel this gives. So once you tested it on other pictures, you can save it as a LUT. So go into, delete this first, and go into File, Export, Color Lookup Table. You don't really need to edit the description. Make sure it's on high or maximum, but I keep it on high because it's faster. Uncheck these, I only want to have it as a cube file. And I'm actually gonna add this into my free LUT pack, so snowy mountains. So, and snowy mountains is gonna be the name, so just gonna save that. And now you're done making the LUT. So I'm now gonna jump over into Premiere and I'm gonna show you guys how to add this onto your video clips. Okay guys, so we're now in Premiere Pro and I'm gonna show you guys how to use these LUTs, how to apply them, and how to color correct your image to get the most out of these LUTs. So the first thing you want to do when applying your LUT is create an adjustment layer. Click on this little button, adjustment layer, okay, call it grade, and apply it on top of your clip. Then click on your adjustment layer and then click on color. Go to the creative tab and then click on look, browse, click on your LUTs that you want to use. I'm gonna go for snowy mountains, and there's your LUT on your footage. So change the intensity of your LUT accordingly to your clip. So I'm gonna make the LUT more intense, make it 110, and that looks great. And now I'm gonna color correct my image. Click on your clip, not on the adjustment layer, then go to color, go to basic corrections, and from here you can change the white balance, tint, exposure, contrast, and things like that. So I'm gonna bring in a little more contrast, so right around 15 or 16. Increase the highlights, pull down the exposure a little bit, maybe make it more blue, something like this. Here's the before and here's the after. And we're now gonna test this LUT on other clips. Go to color again, go to the creative tab, click on look, browse, and maybe try snowy mountains again. And this looks really great. And for this clip of this bird taking off, I'm gonna apply the same LUT and see how it looks. Go to creative again, browse, snowy mountains. And also for this clip it looks great. Maybe try another LUT. Maybe cool mist. Cool mist also looks good on this clip. I really like this one. Maybe try basic cinema. Basic cinema looks also good, but not as cold looking. So maybe go to our clip, basic corrections, and decrease the temperature to make it a little bit colder. And we can also color correct our image, so maybe bring down the highlights, decrease the shadows. And now we're gonna apply a LUT to this drone clip. And we're gonna apply the basic cinema LUT, so click on that. And that looks really great. I'm gonna play this clip real quick. Yeah, so that looks really great for this one. And I'm gonna try using another LUT. Film stock one also looks good for this one. Maybe a bit too intense. I really like this one at 70 or something. And now I'm going to apply a LUT for the last clip, so this one, maybe try snowy mountains on a warm looking clip. Kinda works, but it's not made for this one, so. And now you can really see that this LUT is not made for a clip like this. But maybe the LUT basic cinema looks great on this clip, so apply that. Here's before, and here's after. Maybe not too intense enough, so maybe up the intensity. And I really like this one. So guys, that was my video on LUTs. If you have any questions, write them in the comments down below. And just for your knowledge, these shots were not filmed on a professional camera or anything. My camera is like a really crappy and old one, and I'm planning to buy a new one soon. And if you want to download the free LUT pack, the coupon code is CM100. So go download that. And also be sure to check out the description for the $10 LUT pack, guys. Thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.